Southwest Mississippi. It's Thursday morning and time for Thursday Open Lines, your weekly look at what's happening in and around our area. If it's happening in Southwest Mississippi, you'll hear it right here on TOL. Now, from our studios in downtown Brookhaven, it's Thursday Open Lines with your host, Kenny Goza.
Well, good morning, and man, what a great week we have that we're in right now, but I think there's some special stuff coming up in the next couple of days. For some reason, I don't know, I can't remember why, other than it's celebrating our 250th birthday.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, and I thought this morning, I said, I probably won't see the 300th. You know, I don't think I'll make it for that one. I don't think I'll make it. Hey, I have a studio full of guests this morning that I'm so glad to have in here. We have Senator Jason Barrett, Representative Becky Curry, and Representative Vince Mango. And it's hard to call y'all by official names because we've been friends for so long.
Just use their first name.
I know, but it's I want to respect your office because we appreciate what y'all do for our state and for our community. And I know that y'all have been busy through this past session, but something that you've been doing now for several years. I'm trying to remember, how many years has it been that we are celebrating Saturday night with a great fireworks show, I understand. Yeah. And it's all because of you guys sponsoring that. You put your money in to make that happen.
Yeah, well, I think we're excited to do it for the community. I know that this will be a special one, and I think this will be the biggest one that we've had. And correct. I know there have been some special requests about making more of the fireworks red, white, and blue, and there's been some other special requests, so I think it's going to be a great night, and, you know, families will come out and enjoy it.
That's going to be Saturday night.
Saturday night.
Yeah. Y'all tell us all what's going to be happening up there.
Starting at 9:30.
Is the fireworks, right?
It's the fireworks show. So we wanted to make sure it was good and dark. And so I think there's a baseball tournament that they're going to be winding up to get it done, which they're using our fine facilities out there. So they're getting that done, shut it all down, and then the fireworks are supposed to start at 9:30.
But there's going to be activities starting at 5:30. Is that correct?
That's correct. And I believe somebody's coming after us to tell you all about that. But we do have a lot of things going on. Snowballs. There's going to be a band with patriotic music. There's things for the kids to do. So if you're looking for something to take your kids, wholesome, the Baptist Association is doing all that. And I'm not going to steal their thunder, but it's going to be the place to be. And David Williams is not coming, so he texted me this morning just what you mentioned about churches having set up booths or something with that's right.
some
it's free
food.
Everything is free. Nobody's charging anything. We're not using any tax dollars, and it is absolutely.
Make sure Mr. Chad White hears that.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. We do have we wanted to make it bigger this year, and I do want you to know we have a few sponsors. Shay Walker from across the street at Jumpstart helped us out, and Ken Powell helped us out, and Kumar One Stop has been kind enough to help us out so we can make this bigger, and I think that we have some others.
I've got our good friends out at Farm Belt Kubota. They always help us out. If you run into an accident, our friends at GT Collision are our sponsors. We have Landmax Timber. And then we have the Lincoln County Farm Bureau.
Wow, that's great.
I mean, just all pillars of the community.
You know, Vince, we talk about this every time we do some event, and again, it speaks of Brookhaven, about the generosity of our businesses and our people here in Brookhaven, that when we have something that we need sponsors, there's always those folks that step up and say, I'll help with that.
Yep.
And every year we have people who say, you know, I know y'all need help with this. You do it every year, and we love the help, and so we appreciate it. But it is something that Jason, Vince, and we want to do for our community. It's something we can give back, and you can enjoy July 4th. But this year, it's 250 years, man. We got to do something special.
Yeah, we got to do something special. I mean, you know, and Becky, when I look at 250 and then I'm watching the news, I just cannot wrap my head around the idea of people that don't love this country anymore.
Don't understand it.
And we're almost at 50-50 in the people that are being surveyed that love America and those that despise America.
And the ones who say that have no idea. If they lived in another country, they want to come back so badly they couldn't see straight.
Well, look at what's happened in the last couple of weeks with the soccer, with the people that have come over here that have never been to America before.
They're having a great experience.
Yes.
And they were told we were awful.
Yeah.
And they're saying, oh, no, y'all are so wrong. People are friendly. This is a great place to be. And I'm so proud that they're doing that. We get a bad rap around the country.
Oh, absolutely.
Around the world, excuse me.
Yeah. Well, Jason, what about it? What you think?
No, I completely agree. I've been watching social media, and I've seen that these foreign countries that come in, they are absolutely loving it. In fact, I think I saw a Facebook reel, and it was various countries, and it was showing them at Waffle House, Bass Pro Shops, and
Buc-ee's.
Yeah, Buc-ee's. I mean,
living the dream.
That's exactly right.
The one guy, I saw an Asian guy eating barbecue in Texas, and he had Vince, you know, he had a piece of meat that looked like it was about 6 inches thick, and he was chowing down on it and talking about how good it was, you know. And that was another thing I saw, that the portions of food that we get here compared to other countries,
They're
like,
huge.
Gosh, you
that's
know.
That's why we have a weight
that's
problem.
That's why we are.
Just look around the room.
Now, Becky, we didn't need to go there.
No, we didn't need it.
You didn't have to get personal with this conversation. But
that's our nurse taking care of us.
That's right. But, you know, again, to have you guys sponsor this and to invite the community to be a part of it, and I'm expecting there's just going to be a very, very big turnout for that Saturday night. So
it always is.
Yeah, but this time this is going to be big.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that this is a special year, and I hope everybody comes out. You know, bring your patients with you, because there's a lot of people and there's a lot of cars to get in and out. And I want to throw a shout out to, you know, we get law enforcement volunteers to help us. It's a safe place to be, because we got it covered. The ambulance from King's Daughter Medical Center is sitting there, fire trucks with the fire chief sitting there. So everything is covered for everybody to be safe, and everybody volunteers to come to this. This year was probably the second year I didn't have to call anybody. They were just ready to go.
Yeah.
Right.
So I love this community.
I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
Sweating and
that's
doing
right.
something.
And to bring your patients with you.
Bring your patients, because
that's right.
It's a lot of people, and it's going to take a minute to get everybody out. But it works good.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of that, Becky, I think you were in here when we had with John David Hart and Chris Reed and others about the tornado.
Right.
When the
United
damage.
Cajun Navy.
Yeah,
was
the
with
Cajun
us.
Navy. Mm-hmm. And I remember when we had the radio show, I mentioned something to folks. I said, look, having gone through that in my previous career and stuff like that, please be patient. Those people are out there directing traffic. They're trying to make it as comfortable and easy as possible Saturday night. And it's going to be a traffic issue. Mm-hmm. It's going to be a people issue.
That's right.
Just be patient.
I want to also shout out to Chris, even though there's so many people, our sheriff, you know, through the tornado. And then, you know, we saw each other a few weeks later at the planning meeting, and it was just like, you know, these are the same guys that were there for everything. They're back again, making sure our community is safe and having a good time.
And we've got some good folks, like you mentioned. We really do. And our law enforcement, civil defense, all those things. We just have some good folks that are willing to do whatever.
Yeah, and there's, you know, believe it or not, there's months of planning. You know, we had a pre-firework meeting, what was that, a month ago?
Yeah.
And the police department was there. I think Chief Bearfield was there, Assistant Chief Gayton. Steve Rushing was there, the sheriff, Chris Reed. I mean, I can go through and name everyone, but I mean, it's a lot of communication. The fire chief was there. King's Daughters Medical Center, as Becky just said, they had a representative there. And I mean, there's a lot of coordination going on, and where are we going to have this staging, and how are we going to get traffic out of here most effectively for the community, because obviously law enforcement wants to get people out as quickly as possible and as safely as possible. So I think you hit the nail on the head. It's going to be a great time. Bring your family, and also bring some patients with you, because you know it's moving a lot of people out of an area at a short amount of time.
And we're fortunate to have Vince. You mentioned it, the baseball tournament. And I think it's a 12U or something like that tournament.
So. Yeah.
But again, it's bringing tax dollars into our community. We're glad to host that.
Absolutely.
It's going to complicate things a little bit, being the night of the all that activity going on up there. So again, you're just going to have to be patient. And
the lady from the baseball tournament was there.
Yeah, I have to tell you, and I don't want to forget the Board of Supervisors, Chastain Bullock, who let us do this out there every year too, allow us to use the facilities, and they're going to cut the ball game off. They're not going to let it go on and on and on to interfere. I mean, they've really worked hard to make this happen on time. We're at 9:30. We're a little bit late, but it's okay. It's a Saturday night, so everybody will be up celebrating, I hope. And
well, hey, come early, stay late.
Come early, stay late.
Yeah.
Come early, stay late.
Come early for a good parking place.
Yeah, come early for a good parking place. There's going to be, like you said, there's going to be church vendors there giving away stuff and games for the kids and patriotic music and all of that.
And don't forget to turn in when the fireworks start at 9:30 to turn into 102.1. SuperTalk is carrying it live with patriotic music, and we're going to say a few words. Yeah. And we don't want to forget you guys either.
Okay. Well, Randy, are we going to take a break here? And we ready? Let's take a break and we'll come back. And we're going to talk more about what's going on this weekend.
At Brookhaven Monument Company, we understand that a monument is more than a stone. It's a promise to remember.
Since 1947, families across Southwest Mississippi have trusted us to tell their loved one's story with dignity and care. We offer quality craftsmanship, stellar service, and one of the largest selections of memorials in the region.
Visit us at 807 Highway 51 North in Brookhaven or call 601-833-5701. Brookhaven Monument Company, honoring life with lasting beauty.
Now on the 4th of July by the riverside there was fireworks. By her dark green eyes I was hypnotized by her fireworks.
I told Randy earlier, we're getting kind of thematic with our show here. Like a couple of weeks ago it was raining. All the music had to do with rain. Last week Katie Nation was on here. Most of the show had to do with songs about Katie. This week, we're just doing patriotic stuff.
God bless America.
God bless America, yeah. Now, is he going to – here's the thing. Will he close out with Lee Greenwood? That's the question that we
are going to on our hit list for our fireworks show.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I have to tell, I was watching night before last on Hannity was interviewing Lee Greenwood. Did y'all see that?
No.
Where Trump sent him out on – I forget where it was. It was – somewhere in the Middle East, to visit the troops. And while he was riding in the Jeep to where the troops were, they were taking gunfire. He said his driver got his finger shot off. But he was like, wow. But he was out there, serving visiting the troops. And I'm sure he never dreamed that song would be such an
anthem.
Anthem, yeah.
It's a great song.
It is.
I don't care who plays it often. It's just a great song.
And you get, it just touches you when you hear it.
It does. Makes you want to cry.
Does. Yes, it does.
Certainly does.
Well, I know that y'all are planning this big event Saturday night, but y'all do have other jobs. And that kind of tie y'all up a little bit throughout the year. But I was just seeing yesterday, Jason, in the paper where there are some new laws going into effect that were voted on this session.
Yeah. Something that's near and dear to our hearts is public safety. And I think everyone, whether you're a Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, Independent, you want to feel safe at home. You want to feel safe buying groceries. You want to feel like you are cared for. And I think that's one role the government can play is public safety. So, I think nationwide there's been an epidemic of youth crime. And traditionally under federal law, if a minor child commits the crime, you can't do anything to them. Well, this year we've had some bills One of them being if a minor is involved in what would normally be a felony, and they have a firearm on them or a stolen firearm on them, they can be charged with a felony, which puts a little teeth into youth crime because, again, traditionally, and this isn't an attack on any youth courts in the state of Mississippi, they're bound by federal law. But when a child goes into youth court who has committed, 50 auto burglaries, the youth court judge is limited in what they can do. Under the law that we passed this year, those youths can be treated as a felon, and hopefully that will taper some of the youth criminal activity that we're seeing in Lincoln County, Southwest Mississippi, all across Southeast America, and quite frankly, everywhere that I hear of. So I'm hoping that has a positive effect, and I've said this before in legislative breakfast and other things when we've spoken. It seems to me that a lot of the youth crime is based upon a lack of maybe family structure, and we've taken on a system of let's let the school raise our kids, or let's let churches or what have you, and this puts a little of the onus on parents to raise their kids how they want to raise them, and hopefully in a loving home and with structure and rules. And hopefully I think the bill is an attempt at kids knowing the ramifications and the punishments for their activities. And I'm certainly not perfect, and as a kid I certainly wasn't perfect, but it certainly makes you want to choose your friends more wisely. And even though the youth are set in a separate category because of their minority due to their age, the victims of the crimes, they don't know who's breaking into their cars, breaking into their houses, pulling guns on them. They want to feel safe. Victims have rights too. So I think as a legislator, we looked at that, and that's one of the bills that I know will be going into effect, I guess, yesterday, July 1st.
Yeah, that's what I saw. It was effective.
Yeah. So that's just one of many.
We were all raised with the idea choices have consequences.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct.
You can make good choices, or you can make bad choices, but
That's
they
right.
have consequences. Now, on that law, on the age, you say juvenile, is it a cap at a lower age, or is any age?
We didn't put a cap on it.
No,
to my knowledge.
So if you're, especially anything involved with a gun, if you come out, and our hopes are that.
And it's amazing because I've talked to some of the guys around here in law enforcement at
12-year-olds.
10 and 12-year-old kids.
But we're hoping that the consequences. A lot of older people use kids to do their bad work because they won't go to jail as long as they will. Correct. So, we're hoping that a lot of adults won't abuse children by having them out at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning to go through everybody's car in the neighborhood, because now the punishment is the same.
Well, when I saw that, Becky, I was thinking about you being chair of corrections. And so I
have to tell you, we have a lot of teenagers in prison, a lot, more than you think. Mm-hmm. And it's so sad because their life was just beginning, and it's over. It's over. A lot of them won't ever get out.
Well, as Senator Barrett mentioned, you say a lot of kids. Well, if you go home every afternoon and watch the 5 or 6 o'clock news,
there's a murder.
There is a murder by someone under 18 years old.
That's right, exactly.
Or there, if it isn't today, there'll be one tomorrow.
And they're going to prison for a very long time.
So if you take that 365 days a year, we just about having a murder somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of them up there.
But these parents that don't know where their children are and don't have any structure or, getting them to school. No father in the home. I'm going to be honest with you. We've got to start changing it somehow because we are overcrowded at prison. It costs the taxpayers a lot of money, but it is at some time we've got to start changing the behaviors, and this was the best we could come up with at this time. Give us something else and we'll use it, but right now this is what we have.
Well, I think it was about a year or so ago I had Chief Barrefield and, it may not have been Dustin, but may have been Steve or something, but they were talking about they hoped that the law would be passed to kind of tighten it up a little bit on whether it's charged as a felony or not.
Yeah. Well, we have, speaking of crime, I authored a bill and it didn't pass, but it would be truth in sentencing, and I'm somewhat passionate about it because as it stands now, House Bill 585, whenever that was passed, and I don't remember when it was, there has been such an emphasis on the taxpayers are paying for these people to live in prison systems, and as Chairwoman Curry can tell you, sometimes in terrible circumstances, but we're paying for that at the tune of probably $30,000 a year at least per person. So there was this Republican think tank, I call them Republican think tank, but right-wing think tank that stressed that, hey, we need to parole nonviolent offenders and with 25% sentencing, and we need to parole violent offenders, less murder and sexual batteries, things of that nature, at 50%. And the thought behind that, and it's some billionaire from Texas, but the thought behind that is we'll rehabilitate these people, get them back out in the communities, and in theory it sounds like a great idea. The problem is the rate of recidivism has increased. People now know that if you get a 4-year sentence, you're only going to do 25% of that sentence. You're going to do a year. So there's not a whole lot of worry, and I'm going to go to prison because if I get a 4-year stint, I'm going to do 8 months. So I authored a bill that basically said truth in sentencing, and what I think should happen in the state is kind of like the federal system. If you get 4 years, you go do 4 years, and I think what that would do logistically is, as opposed to someone having a minor possession of drugs, I mean, I think we do a poor job of. Some people have substance abuse problems. They have mental health problems. They have issues that they're dealing with.
Jail is not where they need to be.
Right, and we're
because I'm loaded down with them at corrections.
That's exactly right, and we are jailing people.
Those with mental health or the drug?
Right. Oh, mental health. They shouldn't be there, but
it's a cycle, Kenny, and I see it in court every day. And you know, someone may be suffering with depression, bipolar, whatever their mental health issue. Will they self-medicate because this drug makes them feel better, or whatever it may be?
And healthcare is high, and they can't afford it.
Yeah, so it's just a vicious cycle. You know, if someone has a back surgery, and they get on opiates, and they don't mean to, but they get hooked on them.
Right.
So when they can't get them anymore, then they turn to the streets. And they get the opiates from the streets, and it may be fentanyl, maybe this, whatever the case is. When they get caught, they go to prison. And, you know, if in terms of rehabilitation, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that it's okay to do crime, but what I'm saying is there's a difference in someone who's committing an armed robbery or a murder or a house burglary or a car burglary and someone who's got 2 pills that they're not supposed to have.
Because there's no correcting going on at corrections. I can tell you, we're not correcting anybody. We're putting them in a hole with bad food and guards that mistreat them. You don't want me to go down this road on July 4th, but I'll come in another day to tell you we're not correcting. You've been on
before, and
we're not correcting anybody. And what you have are people that come out a violent criminal because they've lived there.
Yes, it's a cycle.
And something has to give. And I've tried, and
even if
Jason's
it's that generational curse that we talk about sometimes, that people can't get out of they can't break the
addiction,
curse.
Yeah. And what's wrong with putting a bracelet on their ankle and making them go to work?
Yeah, get them a job.
Right. And so we all have different ideas, but it's very hard to get it passed in a legislature.
Yeah.
You don't want to be tough on crime. Well, because you've never experienced seeing what happens to them when they get there.
Right. Yeah.
We had one on the farm that had a bracelet. So.
Yeah, get them working.
Get them working.
Get them working.
Well,
all right.
Yeah, that was a Debbie Downer talk.
Yeah,
No, and I say that. I say all that to say I brought that up after the youth crime bill, and my thought is with this truth in sentencing is the judges are there to judge, and if they think this person needs to do 1 year, that's what they should do. Because as it stands now, when the judge sentences them, they send them to Mississippi Department of Corrections. And Mississippi Department of Corrections can parole them out whenever they want to. It doesn't matter what the judge said. So it's kind of a broken system. And what I think is if the judge said, "Hey, I've seen this guy 10 times. I'm sentencing him to 30 years," the person should do the 30 years. And if the judge says, "Hey, he's a first-time offender, he should get drug court," or some sort of program that takes him out of the judicial system. The judge knows, and we elect these people to do their jobs when an agency up in Jackson that's appointed by the governor, they don't know the people. They've got a snapshot of them. So, anywho, I think we should kind of revert to the federal system, and if the judge gives them this, that's what they should do.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to get back on a more positive conversation. Not that this is not important, but yeah, we're celebrating the 250th birthday of our country. So, Randy's, what's he going to do now? We're going to see what he's going to play here. We're going to take a break.
Some have said down through history, if you last, it's a mystery. But I guess they don't know what they're talking about. From the mountains down to the sea, you've become such a habit with me. America, America.
At Toyota of Brookhaven, we treat every car and every customer like family. From quick oil changes to certified warranty repairs, we keep your Toyota running like new. We keep you informed with transparent multi-point inspections and expert advice you can trust. Need a fresh start? Our detail team can bring back that new car shine. Toyota of Brookhaven, your trusted hometown choice.
Ooh, there's gonna be fireworks on the 4th of July. Red, white, and blue fireworks like diamonds in the sky.
All right, we are going to have fireworks on the 4th of July, but we're also going to have fireworks on July the 5th. And it's going to be a big fireworks show, and it's going to be at the Lincoln County Civic Center.
No, it's the 4th.
It's the 4th?
Yeah.
What's today, the 2nd? 3rd? Yeah, 4th. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I was going to
say,
listen
to Kenny.
No, don't listen to me.
Who's putting that show on?
Look,
how many fireworks shows are we having?
Well, we could. There could be.
I like them.
Yeah, there could be some tonight, tomorrow night, and Saturday night.
I'm all in.
Yeah, you'll hear them.
I will.
It's like watching money burn, ain't it? Yeah,
it is.
But it's
My dog doesn't like
we
it.
love it. We love it. One of my favorite things about going to Disney is watching the fireworks show.
That was
at
the
the
best
castle.
part about going to Disney was the fireworks show at the end of the night.
Yes.
I tell you, we're putting on a good one.
I hear it's going to be longer than in the past.
And bigger, and we one of our deputy sheriffs, Keith Dickerson, does our fireworks.
Okay.
And I just think he's great at it.
He's good.
Yeah.
I've not been to a show of his that I hadn't liked.
Well, I heard this one was going to be longer and bigger and better. And thanks to you guys, if you just joined us, we have Senator Jason Barrett, we have Representative Becky Curry, and Representative Vince Mangold, and they are sponsoring this event along with some other folks. So, Vince, you want to mention the sponsors again so that they get credit for helping with this?
Yes, sir. Go visit our friends out at Farm Belt Kubota if you need some farm equipment or some lawn cutting equipment. If you have an accident, go see GT Collision. They're always a good sponsor. We have Landmax Timber for any of your forestry needs, and we have Lincoln County Farm Bureau, who has been in the community forever.
And Becky, you mentioned.
And we have Shay Walker at Jump Start if you need to help your child get that ACT up so they can get a good scholarship. We've got Kumar One Stop all over. If you're going to get
area.
gas, you can go there. And we have Ken Powell, who is has the Chevron, and also I can't off
The
top.
the Handy Mart right there.
Well, the one I go
That's
to is where
Coke plant. That's Ken's.
the Coke plant.
Coke plant.
But I go to his other one where they pump it for
RB Wall.
Oh, RB
RB,
Wall.
yes.
RB Wall.
I mean, you don't have to get. It's 100 degrees. You don't have to get out of the car. So we appreciate all of them helping us.
And something else is happening today. In fact, it's going to happen here in about 30 minutes. Is speaking of the Coke plant, Kathy Pygott, our friend Kathy.
The capsule.
The time capsule is being planted today at 10 o'clock, I think, 10 o'clock, 10 something.
Yeah.
At the courthouse.
Always something going on in this little town. I love it.
Always. And we try to, and now that I've been doing this radio show, I hear people say, well, no, you don't know what's going on around here. We don't get the information out. Yeah, we try to here. Every week, if I know of something that's coming up, I try to get somebody on the radio to talk about it.
That's right. And, a lot of people don't look at the newspaper. You get all your news online or on the radio in the car. So, unfortunately, that's life now.
Yeah.
I know that the newspapers don't like it as much, but I have my online subscription and make sure I know what's going on.
We need to bring back the printed paper. It
I
would help
love
out
it.
the forestry industry.
It helps. That's right. Now we're going to one day a week.
Everything is digital.
Everything's digital. But and we all know this, regardless of how much you advertise it, how much you promote it, people have got to be looking for it and listening to it. Are they going to say, well, I didn't know that?
Didn't know.
And and again, like you meant, there's something going on here almost every week in Brookhaven that you can be a part of.
Sure. And I'm proud of our concert series and all the things. I love going to them.
Oh, yes.
We do a lot here that's so much fun and good for families. So I suggest if you don't know, get involved because there's always something going on.
That's one way to find out is get involved.
That's
What?
Imagine that.
I know.
It's a novel idea.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
That's kind of why we're all sitting here. We all decided to get involved.
Get involved.
That's right.
Well, we're talking about the 250th celebration, and we were talking in the first segment about the feeling of almost 50-50 split in our country that you just, 50% of the people don't love being here in America. And in my old Southern upbringing and stuff like that, if you don't like it, leave.
Me too.
You go ahead and leave. Nobody's making you stay here.
Nope.
And like you said, we all said earlier, go somewhere else. Go to another country and see how that operates work.
And we all know getting prayer out of the school was the worst thing we ever did. And I want to pray, and I want them to have the Pledge of Allegiance every day. And I think that we need those ground roots back. That's what
I can remember it.
I do.
Oh,
day.
absolutely.
And why don't we do that now?
We said the blessing before we went to lunch.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I'll always remember doing the pledge.
Every morning,
Every
without
morning.
fail.
Yep.
And that's why
I wrote that bill
and that's
last
why
year.
it's burned in. That's why the pledge is burned in your
And
mind.
we are patriotic and
Yeah.
love our country
Yeah.
because some people didn't get that.
What? I don't know if you've ever been asked this. Why did y'all decide to do this years ago? Just for the community, love for the country, but y'all got together and said, "Hey, this is what we want to do."
I think Sally started it, didn't she?
She did. It used to be
Just Senator
Sally did
Doty.
it by herself, and then when she went on to her other job with the governor's office, we decided we didn't want our area to go without it. So the three of us picked it up, and we haven't stopped since.
Have any of your other people in Jackson, the senators, representatives, are they doing in their community? Are they following suit?
I have no idea.
I haven't asked. I need to ask that.
I haven't heard any of them doing
I haven't
that.
either. And one of them
I think-
owns a fireworks stand.
Yeah.
I thought he did one. Jeff Tate doesn't do one?
I don't think so.
He just has a firework business.
Yeah.
So, folks,
Because that's the big cost, let me tell you.
oh,
They're
yes.
not cheap.
Oh yes, I know. I know. We've done some at the East Haven before, and they're not cheap.
Not cheap at all.
But it shows just how much y'all love the community, what you're willing to give for it. And Becky, you mentioned a while ago, this is out of pocket money.
That's right.
Along with sponsors, you're
Right.
not using. Hey, no, they're not using state money.
Hey, when
Can't
the
use state
cost went
money.
up, we decided we better get a few sponsors.
Exactly right. And it includes, you got some good folks from the community that
They
want
want
to
it
help
too.
out.
They
Well,
don't-
like we said earlier, Brookhaven, you have something that you need sponsors, you can get them in Brookhaven.
That's right.
And
I mean-
and I'll say this: these are people that give every time they're asked.
Oh, absolutely.
They also, all of these help us with our veterans event
Right.
that we're not going to ever not do, because we love our veterans and we want to show them that we love them and have a special day for them in November. But
you're right, Jason. I mean, you're absolutely right.
it's the same ones over and over.
It's our local businesses, and you can hear the same old story about, well, shop local. Yeah, you shop local because they give back to the community.
That's
Correct.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
There's not any big box chains on this list.
No, that's right.
It's all local folks.
Yeah.
Locally family-owned business.
And there's probably some big chains that would help you, but a lot of them are going to say, well, we can't do that.
Well, the paperwork and the red tape is so hard.
Oh, yeah.
That you can't, these
Well, you
people,
can, you can apply for a grant,
Right.
and it's going to go through this process and that
we're
process.
the government, and we're talking about red tape.
Yeah.
We're cutting the red tape.
Yeah, we're from the government. We're here to help.
We're here to help you. Yeah, we're trying.
But no, these folks, they say, let me know when you need to check.
Yeah,
Right.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
they're good people.
Yeah. Well, me being involved with Mississippi Scholars for years, I can attest to that about what local people are willing to do, and we raised a lot of money for that. And but they were always
We do that every year, and because we want to, and it's not probably very few people realize we donate to that.
Yeah. So this segment is about our community, and
That's
people
exactly
just
right.
don't take time to realize what Brookhaven does. And again, our downtown people come, the revitalization of that, what goes on. You mentioned a while ago the quality of the complex we have at the Lincoln Civic Center and at the baseball complex and the Hansel King complex, and just all the stuff that we're doing for this community is incredible.
Most all of our colleagues, if they get the chance to come to Brookhaven at some point in time, are like, wow, we had no idea.
We know why you brag so much
exactly
now.
Right. I mean, because they said, man, y'all's downtown is like a real downtown. I said, yes.
Yeah.
Because you go to a lot of communities and you go, they've all got something like out on the boulevard, and you go downtown and it's not there. It's almost like a ghost town.
Ghost town. Yeah.
But ours is vibrant.
I don't want to mention the town because it's died, and I don't want to say. But I was with somebody in that town, and we were riding down the street, Jason, and I said, and they said, well, where's the downtown? I said, we just rode down Main Street.
Yeah.
And
I know where you're talking about. Not far from us.
Yeah, and he went, what?
It's really changed
I said,
a lot.
yeah. I said, we just rode through the main part of town.
Yeah.
And I think that's why we fight to keep it like it is. We don't want to become that. We want our town to be safe and everybody knows your name and you can walk down the street and not worry and love your community.
We had some folks come to Brookhaven a month or so ago, and they were from out of state. They stayed at the Inn on Whitworth. The night they stayed on the Inn in Whitworth, they had one of the concerts downtown.
Oh, gosh.
And then
They hit the jackpot.
They
did.
They walked down the street. Magnolia,
yeah.
Betty's, Georgia Blues, and they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
I have friends from out of town that when they get their weekend away from the kids, they go to the Whitworth. They said we don't have to get in the car. We go eat, drink, walk around, and have this nice place, and then we go home refreshed, and we hadn't driven 3 hours somewhere.
Correct.
So
you need a break from the break.
Yeah.
need a break from it. Hey, before we take a break, I haven't mentioned our sponsors, which help us make this show possible. Bank of Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, people that always give back. Brookhaven Rec, Lincoln County Civic Center, we can talk about that with Chaston. Toyota Brookhaven, Copiah Lincoln Community College, Jason's got on his Colin shirt, and Rapid Oil Change. We thank them folks for making the show possible. We're going to take one more break, and then we'll be coming back.
Oh, snap.
Well, if you ask me where I come from, here's what I tell everyone. I was born by God's dear grace in an extraordinary place where the stars and stripes and the eagle fly.
Hey, is your bank rooted here, or is it just a branch of an out-of-town bank? This is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven, and our bank's been firmly rooted in Brookhaven and Lincoln County for over 25 years now. When you call our bank, you'll actually talk to a person, and when you come inside, you'll receive a warm welcome by folks you know and trust. Remember, friends, for over 25 years at the Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
All righty, Randy. Okay, we're coming back for our last segment. Emmeline Davis is in the studio with us again. And look, Chasten doesn't come with you. Chris Reed was supposed to come. Mm-hmm. You are intimidating folks to come on the radio with you. You're getting such a radio presence. You haven't got your father-in-law on. You haven't got Chris is chickened out, I guess, today. Chasten don't even think about coming anymore.
No, I need to make him come in by himself one day.
Well, I think he would. I don't know if he could handle it. I really don't know if he could handle it or not.
Maybe that's why he hired me.
All right. So you've been out in the kind of the green space out there, we call it, and you've heard Representative Curry, Representative Mango, Representative Senator Barrett talk about what's going on up at the Civic Center this week. And I think you were going to come in just to kind of help logistically of what else is going on.
Yes.
And they mentioned your dad is doing a patriotic choir.
Orchestra.
So not choir, orchestra.
Mm-hmm.
There's churches are bringing booths up there to do some giveaways.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? I'm taking all your talk points there, but I'll let you talk about it because it's going to be a very big, very crowded weekend. And we said, please be patient because traffic is going to be heavy. People is going to be thick moving through.
Very much. And it's big on purpose. It's the 250th. So that's why all of these extras are in with the fireworks this year. So to start, we're having the state D2, 10U, and 12U baseball tournament that weekend. So we'll have a lot of people coming in.
Does that start tomorrow night?
It does. It's the 3rd through the 5th. So they'll go Sunday as well. And I think they'll be done probably early evening, 6 to 8 o'clock that night. But
I think y'all kind of encouraged them to kind of maybe shut it off a little bit earlier than normal.
Yes, probably. I don't remember exactly when the games, and they're kind of unpredictable anyway, but we'll be shooting the fireworks from the baseball parking lot on the far side by the field 5. So there will be like a restricted area, but we will encourage the people that are there for the tournament to come watch the fireworks with us, come hang out. So very accommodating for them. And
all right, so if you're coming, maybe you've never been there before, Field 5 is the furthest field kind of to the south. So where people will be gathering where the arena is?
You can park at the arena. You can park up at Hansel King, which is the soccer complex up the hill. You can park in the baseball parking lot. It just might be a little packed with the tournament. And then our main Civic Center parking lot, you'll be able to see them from there too. So lots of parking options. There's no fee to get in. I would suggest.
So where do the people gather? I mean, like I bring my lawn chair. Where am I going to set up at? Over by the arena or more of?
That would be the best view. It's looking like you'd be able to view it from your car if that's a preferred choice. If you want
to sit in the car.
Yeah, pull your truck bed out and sit there because they'll be straight up. But there will be places to gather near the stall barn in the arena. That's where we have the Lincoln Baptist Association invited 13 churches to do the snacks and the giveaways. I invited Scoop's Italian Ice truck to come set up with us so you can get a little snow cone or Italian Ice treat. And then to hear the music, to hear the Patriotic Orchestra, which will be at 7 o'clock.
Where will they set up?
They'll be behind the stall barn. So there's that dirt pad. I think we call it the warm-up area is where they'll be.
How was Dairy Day last weekend?
It was fun. There was
the weather was a little bit.
It was sticky and kind of rainy, but we're blessed to have the covered arena, so it was still a pretty good turnout for that. And Tristan got vendors. I know he was worried about having vendors so last minute, but it worked out.
Well, I'm sure the Friday rain that when Tristan was on here, we were talking about the fact that maybe some people that would come down to the farmers market would come up there on Saturday.
And I think that's what happened. But
we were coming, and then we had tennis tournament interfere with our schedule a little bit. We didn't know about it, but we didn't get to make it. And doggone it, free ice cream, and I missed out on it.
And milk.
Golly.
It's okay. You've got next year.
Yep.
Or I'll try to do free ice cream somewhere else.
Yeah. So, again, this is year 2 for you on this event. So you kind of get.
This is my first.
This
fireworks.
is your first.
Yes.
I thought you'd been there longer than that.
I started August of last year, so I barely missed it.
Right after it.
Yeah,
so
it's my first fireworks.
One more event under your belt of being a event planner.
I've almost made it the full event year. So
I'm thinking we're going to have a great turnout. I really do. I think this is going to be a huge night.
I hope so. It's a Saturday. It's later, so you won't miss it. And then it's a bigger show, as they were talking about. They want more fireworks, and this is the only one in our county. Well, Wesson is doing one as well. And then if I can share the exit instructions, because they're very specific for when you leave.
Chris gave them to you, but he didn't come.
Yes. I would rather him talk about it, but he's got to deal with it, so I don't mind talking about it,
okay.
if that makes sense.
Okay.
If you park at Hansel King in the baseball complex, you'll take Beltline out, and it's a one-way out. And then if you park at the Civic Center in the arena, you'll take Beltline the other way. So we'll have officers there to kind of help with that. I don't remember if they've done this before, like if they did it last year or not, but I put this in the paper, so it is in the paper. I'll post it today, but don't want to surprise anybody. Like, you might not be able to leave, or it'll take a while to leave, so, be patient with that.
That's what I said earlier on the radio. I said, come early and stay late.
Expect to stay late. It's going to be
sometimes
hard.
When I go somewhere, I just kind of like to hang around, let the traffic get out of there, and then it ain't such a big deal. I don't like sitting in line trying to get out.
That's the only downside. It's going to be a mad dash to get out. It'll be late, and we understand that, but this is the easiest way to prevent any wrecks.
So if you're coming out of Hansel King, which is north by the airport, you're going to go west on Beltline toward Old 51.
Yes.
If you're coming out of the Civic Center parking lot, which is on the south side, you're going to take a left and go south to 84.
Yes.
That's what you're going to do.
And
so we make people understand, they know more about
they know more the terms. See, this is what, Chris, this is why I needed you here. But no, we have the maps and we'll post them. And if you have any questions at all, call the office. We're closed tomorrow, but you can always send me a message on Facebook on the Lincoln Civic Center account, and I'll answer.
And we mentioned it earlier, the activities start at 5:30 with all the vendors, with the churches.
The church vendors start at 5:30.
The snow cones,
yes.
The kids' activities. Are there any kind of...
Unless the churches are doing something, which they may.
I thought maybe Representative Curry said something about that a while ago, but you can just kind of come up here and hang around, visit with folks.
Yeah, get a good parking spot.
Bring your lawn chair if you need to.
Yeah, or get set up. And then the concert will be at 7. I think they're going to try to go from 7 to 8, 7 to 7:45, and it's just really very pretty patriotic hymns. I think it'll be great. There's still time to participate in that. If you did wake up on Saturday morning and you want to play in the orchestra, come on.
I don't think your dad's had any kind of rehearsals or anything. They just show up and play.
No rehearsal, no audition. Just bring your instrument. He's got all the sheet music, chairs, everything. So just come play.
Again, back to traffic. I'm thinking about this. Everything starts at 5:30. Fireworks at 9:30. So that's 4 hours, and you're out there thinking, okay, I might just wait till 8:30. Go up there. You may not find a place to park.
No, you probably won't.
You're hoping that maybe the baseball parking lot will be empty, but it may not be.
It may not be.
And then the Civic Center parking lot doesn't have a whole lot of...
It's smaller.
So
keep that into account.
And Hansel King, I don't want to park up there in that circle.
Because if you don't know Hansel King, it's a one-way. So.
It's a one-way, and it really gets slow up there as people are coming. But one of my favorite people is Hansel King, and so I have so many memories of being a friend with him, and I love that complex is named after him. But it's interesting parking up there.
It is. I think it'll be great, and that's why we're doing all this stuff to kind of entertain while you're parked there waiting on the fireworks. And we understand it's late, but we would love for everybody to come out and celebrate with us.
You want it to be dark.
Yeah, so you can see all the
the red, white, and the blue, and the fireworks firing off.
Dark till 8:30.
I heard it's going to be like a Disney fireworks event.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're going all out. I love it.
Yeah. Well, are you proud to be an American?
Very.
Yeah.
Every day.
As a young person,
yes.
Does it bother you some that you see our country so divided over the love for this country?
Yes.
And of course, we're blessed to live in Brookhaven, in the South a little bit. But
I love Brookhaven. I brag on it all the time. I love Mississippi. I'm very proud to be from Mississippi, and I want to see it succeed. So.
Yep. Well, you're doing a great job in succeeding in what you do.
Well, thank you.
And you're going to come back, I'm sure, soon to talk about the expo and all that kind of stuff.
Probably 2 weeks, I'll be back.
2 weeks, you'll be back. 2 weeks,
knowing me.
Yeah, we're always glad to have you. Chaston, he just, I'm going to talk to him and see what the problem is. Have I done something? I asked Stephanie, I said, have I done something to him? He don't want to come see me no more.
I'll just drag him. I'll just force him.
All right. Randy, you going to take us out with some patriotic music here? And happy 4th to you. You got big plans?
Stay as far away from fireworks as possible.
Yeah. There we go. Stand up.
Next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. The man who died, who gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt